Go ahead, start at any time. I'm in your lobby.
Shut up.
Okay. And we're back. Hello, everybody.
Welcome
That was
to
a
the
horrible intro. Jesus.
Okay, cool. Well, hello. Welcome to the third episode of the LLM podcast. It's
Number
us
three already.
It's us
again.
three.
Yeah, it
you
is
know
number-
who we are. They know
Yeah,
who we are.
Lyndon,
Logan,
Logan,
and Mitchell's mom.
Mitchell. Mitchell's mom is not included in this episode, sadly, but
God damn it.
Next week we'll have.
Yeah, next week.
But-
Guest.
next week. But aside from that, has anything noteworthy happened these past few years?
I don't know, Mitchell. You said you had some topics, so I'm just waiting for you.
Well, you see, I went and watched the Batman movie
Oh.
with emo boy from Twilight and some girl who is oddly obsessed with cats and a Russian chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was pretty good.
Well,
Robert Pattinson made me cry 3 times. I was sobbing the entire movie.
Cry or come?
Both. Combination.
Yeah, me too.
I feel like it was a good movie. I feel like they probably could have trimmed it down to like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it could have definitely been shorter.
Like they could have.
I didn't mind the long time though. Like it was.
I
it was good.
enjoyed it, but like it wasn't the same sort of thing as Endgame, where like the last hour of Endgame was like crazy intense. It didn't feel like 3 hours.
Yeah.
This one didn't feel like 2.5 hours, but then you're aware of how long the ending of the movie's taking.
Yeah.
At least how I saw it.
I like
I
the
feel like-
end fight scene. That scene was amazing.
The end fight scene was really cool, but I feel like they could have also, spoiler warnings for this movie, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have ended the movie after they catch the Riddler, like just left it there, instead of having
Yeah,
him like
that's
blow up
true.
the entire city.
But the
But
whole
also,
that was kind of like his plan all along was to be caught. He wanted to
I
be
suppose,
caught.
yeah, that's true.
So
That's
he
true.
needed to. And then his whole plan
And
was
that-
to blow up the dams and shit, which I thought was a really cool. It was a lot like
that
the
was
Dark
cool.
Knight. It was like one of the Dark Knight movies, but
Like,
better in my
The
opinion.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah,
is-
Dark Knight Rises and Dark Knight and Batman Begins.
No, the movie you're thinking of, Logan, is Dark Knight Rises. When they blow up the city.
Well, yeah, but then like Joker also does a shit ton of like things that affect the entire city throughout the entire. He kills a bunch of people until Batman decides to unmask himself, which is almost exactly what Riddler did.
Yeah,
So,
except Batman just didn't unmask himself.
Yeah. Well, he didn't in Dark Knight Rises either.
Yeah. But I mean, like the Riddler found out who Batman was, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that. Well, I don't know if
just
he
knew
did.
who
It's
he
like
No,
was.
he didn't.
Didn't he?
He didn't.
he kind of did.
Well, he was sitting in the cell with Batman, singing Bruce Wayne over and over again while looking at him.
Well, so
So-
when I watched the movie the
And he-
first time, Mitchell, I thought that he knows who he is. But when I watched it again, you notice like Batman, he's like being all like shy, I guess, and with Riddler when he keeps saying like Bruce Wayne. But then eventually he says something that makes him be like, yeah, you're not Bruce Wayne. It's like, what a poor kid or something like that, or that's why.
he's talking
And he's
about-
like, Bruce Wayne was the only one that escaped. So why would he say
Yeah.
that about Bruce
Oh,
Wayne was the
yeah,
only one that
I guess.
escaped, opposed from being like, you're the only one that escaped? And so I think that kind of seal. And then you can see Batman kind of turn, and he's like, oh, he doesn't know. And that's when he starts
Doesn't
like
know who I
smashing
am.
the glass, asking what he did, and being all
Yeah.
like intimidating and shit instead of being quiet and just sitting there. So
Sitting there taking it like
Yeah.
he took it like a man.
he might know. I don't know. That's just how I interpreted it.
No,
But
he doesn't know.
yeah,
That was like the entire point because.
I feel like he was close though.
Yeah,
I
he
feel
was
like
really
he
close.
was pretty close.
He would have found out if he wasn't like captured.
wasn't
But the
caught,
entire like
yeah.
the Riddler's like entire plan was like he didn't want to know who Batman was.
yeah,
He wanted the mystery. He wanted Batman to be this ominous presence as well.
like how he was the Riddler.
Yeah.
He didn't want to be known as his. We never even know his name. He's just the Riddler, because he even
Yeah.
has like those 2 separate passports. Like,
That's
which
true.
one are
but
you?
I mean, I don't think you ever find out what the Joker's name is, do you?
No.
Nope.
So
That's kind of
Like-
how it is, though. They don't want you to know their actual names. They want to be their persona.
yeah, I guess. But like Penguin's name. I can't remember it, but his name is there.
Yeah, he's not like
Yeah.
one of the, I guess,
He's not like a
traditional
main
villains.
dude,
He's
though.
not a not a
He's
maniac. He's more like a drug
he's
guy.
like he's just a crime boss.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually just
Yeah.
a mobster.
He's kind of like the
Versus-
DC version of Kingpin.
Yeah, that's exactly what he is.
Yeah, I like the Penguin in this movie. He was really good.
I do too.
The villains
like
were
how they're-
fantastic.
The villains were really good. I like how it's different than standard superhero movies where the villain has the exact same powers as the superhero,
Yeah.
like Morbius or literally any other Marvel movie.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, like all of them except for Endgame.
Yeah, Endgame, Infinity War.
Yeah,
I guess-
any movie where they're not fighting Thanos.
Even like Winter Soldier. Yeah, like I never
Yeah.
really thought about that until recently. Like, yeah, almost every single superhero movie, the villain has the same powers.
Spider-Man movies.
Spider-Man
the only
don't.
exception.
Yeah, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man
movies
is a
don't.
good exception to it, and then like I don't know. Yeah, I feel like Spider-Man's like the main exception to it. Every now and then, like some of the Iron Man movies, it's a bit different.
Iron Man 3 is the only one that doesn't follow that. Iron Man 1 just has Obadiah Stane, who, or whatever his name, I think that's his name.
Yeah.
He literally tries to build a Iron Man suit the entire movie, gets in the like fucking terrorist camp and shit like that. And then the second one has that Whiplash dude who literally gets hired by Hammer Tech to build an Iron
a
Man
suit.
suit. It's literally the
Yeah.
exact same plot, copied and pasted. Like, oh, dude wants to build Iron Man's suit. Iron Man stops him because he is better. And then that's it.
Yeah.
And then even Captain America, the first one, well, Red Skull, he's a super
Yeah.
soldier.
Also Super Soldier.
And then like Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier.
Guess
Also
what?
Super Soldier.
And then Civil War, literally superheroes versus superheroes. Like,
yeah.
it's
That
yeah.
one's a bit different.
It's
Like,
a
they don't
bit
have the same
different.
powers.
Yeah.
But like,
Well, like I mean, Black Panther and Captain America are pretty similar, and they're
yeah, I
fighting
guess
on
it's like
opposite
super
teams. and-
soldiers fighting super soldiers
Yeah.
and people in suits fighting people in suits.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's very, very similar in that sense, but yeah, I don't know. I really like Batman. It was fantastic.
Yeah, I liked it as well.
It's the best Batman movie we've ever done. The best, like,
I mean,
I guess, Batman movie, like, with having the villain not steal the show is Dark Knight. That movie
Yeah.
was fantastic, but Heath Ledger just stole that role. No one really cares about Christian Bale as Batman that much. But
I don't
Robert
think
Pattinson
anyone
was
really cares about
fantastic.
any Batman except for not Christian Bale, Robert Pattinson, because
Yeah.
he did a really good job as Batman. Bruce Wayne, he was a bit of
Yeah.
like a crybaby,
Yeah, he was
but
just
that,
like
I think that was the point.
Yeah.
that was the
That
point
was
of his
the
character.
point. Yeah. It's because at this point in Batman's story, they're the same person. There's no difference.
Yeah,
He's
at this
pretty
point, Bruce
early
Wayne
in
is still.
Vengeance.
Well, at the end of it, he changes. At the
Yeah.
end of it, he comes into his role as Batman. But at the start of the movie, all he wants is to like get vengeance. That's why he doesn't refer to himself as Batman at any point in the movie.
Yeah.
He never calls himself Batman. He only calls himself Vengeance.
They gave
don't
him the
think
name
he'll-
Batman. He never
yeah,
gave
they
himself
named
that
him
name.
Batman.
I'd rather that in like this universe. I don't want him to call himself like I am the Batman or something stupid like
Yeah.
that because that's not a name that he gave himself. It's media.
I mean, it's pretty implied. You run around in a bat
Yeah.
suit with a bat
Yeah,
on
I
your
mean-
chest. What are people gonna call you?
And there's a bunch of bats in the Batcave
Yeah.
with a Batmobile.
Yeah.
Like it's he's not like exactly hiding
Yeah, he's not.
from
He's
Bat
not hiding
persona.
what he is, but like.
well, he's not hiding from the Bat persona, but he is not like
He's
downright
like,
saying I'm the Batman.
What are the people gonna call me? Bat boy,
Superman?
Bat guy, Man Bat.
Man, Bat.
Yeah, I don't know. It was. I love the movie. It was so good. Robert Pattinson did really, really good.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
The fight scenes are
Catwoman did a
so
good job.
good.
Fight scenes were really good.
Just beat the shit out of everyone.
Yeah, it was great.
And it wasn't like, oh, sorry guys, I gotta be right back. You continue with the conversation.
I like how I swear, like every single scene in the movie, it was raining. Like every scene,
Yeah.
it was just always raining.
Always raining. Never
was
stops. Never.
Which, it sets the tone as like a really gloomy place, but also like, it's okay to have like a scene where it isn't just dripping wet.
Well, it also only takes place over like 2 days, so.
I guess that's true. It doesn't take super long. Like, when does Batman sleep? He's out fighting people all day, and then at night or during the day he's Bruce Wayne.
I think most of the time he sleeps during the day. It's just that this time he had to go do Bruce Wayne things.
Yes. And I suppose they're also not gonna like spend 20 minutes of the movie just watching Batman sleep.
Yeah, because when he's
Oh,
writing
that'd
his
be a
note,
great
he
scene.
says he's become nocturnal.
Oh, okay. I didn't read the note. I just saw
No,
parts of
like
it.
he says it.
Okay. I must have missed that part then.
He says at this point I feel like I have become nocturnal.
Oh, like a bat. Oh.
Yeah.
But I like him. He's like intimidating.
Yeah.
The car
Like
chase with the penguin was unnecessary because it did
really?
literally nothing.
Oh,
Like
I thought.
the car chase itself, like it was cool,
Yeah.
but they could have just like not killed like 60 people in a car chase to then release the penguin after arresting him. Because even though he's not involved in what they're doing, they still know that he is a crime boss. They don't have to
But
just release him.
you don't have evidence, and
Yeah, I guess that's true.
at this point, Gordon isn't commissioner. So
Doesn't he become commissioner after the other one
Uh,
dies?
yeah, at the end of the film,
At the
he's
end of the
commissioner.
film, okay. Yeah, I guess we're not gonna crown a commissioner like the second the other one dies. Not crown,
Yeah.
but appoint, I guess. It's not like a royalty position. I like Gordon in this movie. He did a good job.
Yeah.
I like how Batman just socks him at one point. That was pretty cool. Like when he's escaping the police department, he just
Oh,
punches
yeah.
Gordon in the face.
Yeah.
It's on purpose, but still.
I feel like
Still.
most punches would be on purpose.
Well, no, I mean, it was part of the plan. Yeah, he didn't just
I know.
accidentally punch Gordon in the face. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
A bad chief.
I like Catwoman. I was expecting him to reveal his identity to Catwoman at the end,
I was too.
right when they were saying goodbye.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. I'm sure she'll be back though.
Oh, I'm sure.
She wasn't even really a villain in this movie, just like a burglar, which I guess
Yeah.
is sort of what she always is. Like she's not like a super villain. She just robs places dressed in a black leather spandex suit.
Yeah. She's like supposed to be the Batman's weakness.
Yeah, like his muse, I guess, or his vice, or whatever you
Yeah.
want to call it. He's sort of like, yeah. They have an interesting dynamic.
Yeah.
The Riddler was also a good choice of villain. I feel like lots of times people want to go immediately to the Joker
Yeah.
instead
Which
of,
is not always the correct decision.
yeah, like flesh out some characters that we haven't really seen before in big movies at least. I feel like the Riddler has to have been in some sort of like animated
T-
shows and other TV shows.
TV shows.
But I don't think
yeah.
he's been in a big movie yet.
No,
Sorry,
he
guys.
hasn't.
It's okay.
Fuck you. Sorry. What's
just
what's the
talking-
conversation about?
Oh, saying the Riddler
Well,
was a
the
good
Riddler
choice.
has been in a big film. Jim Carrey played the Riddler.
Did he?
Yeah.
What was
he
that?
did. It was in one of the older ones.
Batman
Oh, I didn't know that.
Return.
Was that one with Michael Keaton?
Yes. Might have been with George Clooney.
I wonder. I wonder.
In other news, Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga has been released.
Oh yes, it has. Have you seen the reviews for that?
Yeah, it's apparently insane.
Apparently, it's
I'd
really
imagine.
good.
Have you played it yet, Logan?
No, I'm actually probably buying it like tonight, so
I didn't know that.
probably put some hours into that.
Well, you'll have to
Love
let us know
Lego
how it
games.
is then.
No, I won't. I refuse. Sorry.
I like some of those big Lego sets, but I feel like at this point, if I was to spend $800 on a Lego set, I would feel so fucking stupid.
Okay, would you rather spend $800 on fish or $800 on a Lego set?
If I'm gonna spend $800 on something, it's gonna be a car.
Mitchell,
That's fair. I don't think you get an
Mitchell,
$800
do you think
car.
do you think we're talking
No,
about
like
a
put it
Lego
towards
set,
the car.
Mitchell?
What are we? Oh, well, I would spend $800 on an actual Imperial Star Destroyer.
Oh, yeah.
If that's what you mean, Lyndon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
We're
if I
also
could
talking
buy a...
about the game, like not
The game?
the.
Yeah, no, I know that you guys are talking about the
okay,
game, but I was thinking, like, I like the Lego Star Wars sets. Like the Imperial Star Destroyer or the Death Star and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But, like, there is no way I'm spending almost $1,000 on tiny pieces of plastic. I'm sorry. It's
Well,
not
you put
happening.
the
Like,
pieces
they
of
look really
plastic
cool.
together.
I know you put them together, Logan. I've played with Lego before. And I like it. Lego is a lot of fun. But, like, for that much money? It's
But
like...
Mitchell, think about the children.
My bad. Think about... You know, you're right. I'll save the Lego for the children.
Good.
And, not spend $800 on it.
Good. You better. But Lego is so cool though.
It is cool. I really like
putting
it.
it all together. Like it's something you can build, and it looks nice. Especially I like the new like adult sets that they came out with, like the helmets and
The Ultimate Collector Series.
yeah,
sets.
the Ultimate Collector Series sets are amazing. And like the big ships, like the Millennium Falcon. I want that huge ass set, and the Star Destroyer.
What about the Titanic?
I wouldn't. I'd like them all, but I can't really. If I were to, I want all the Star Wars ones.
That's
It's like
fair.
I don't know where to put the fucking Titanic. I would also.
Well, where would
I
you
don't
put
know.
an Imperial Star Destroyer?
Where would I put the Titanic? Is like twice the size of the Imperial.
No,
Star
they're the
Destroyer.
same length. They're both 4 feet long.
You sure?
Yep.
They're 4 feet long? That's as long as some of my fish tanks. Jesus Christ. You're gonna need a big table for that.
Yeah. What's the biggest Lego set? I remember me and Sophie were at the Lego store, and the guy came up to us and told us that the biggest Lego set, it used to be the Millennium Falcon. It's based on like how many pieces there are. But then it got dethroned by the Titanic. And then the Titanic got dethroned by the world map. But the Titanic is actually like bigger in size because each little piece of the world map is just a stud, like a little stud. So
Oh, but they're like, it's like just single pieces over and over again?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense, I guess.
And it's no, I mean, like it's like, oh, you're really selling that, but it's actually significantly cheaper than the Titanic. So it's like $350, and it's like huge, like it takes up a wall. So that'd be really cool to have. I'd like that. They also Lego has
cool.
these they're like paintings almost that do the same kind of thing, but you can get there's a Marvel one, where you can have Iron Man, in two different kind of shapes, and then you can have the
I've seen that
Hulkbuster
one.
as well. And then there was a Star Wars one where you could either have I think it's Kylo Ren, Darth Maul, and Darth Vader. So
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. You can choose like which one. My mom actually has one, and it's Mickey Mouse or Minnie Mouse,
kinda cool.
depending on which one you want. But yeah, I just googled this. Lego Titanic, 53 inches in length, 135 centimeters. Lego Titanic is currently our biggest Lego set in terms of size. This 1 to 200 scale model of the historic ship makes it the ultimate building project with 9,090 pieces.
Ooh, that's a lot of pieces.
Yeah.
How many hours do they say it takes to build you, or for you to build?
I'd probably take days, I'd say. There's no way you could
Days.
build this in a.
Nah, you could do it. You could do it in one sitting.
Yeah.
You could do it in one sitting.
There's no way.
No, you could. What are you talking about?
Okay. Stupid.
Yeah, I know you're stupid.
What else did you guys want to talk about? Do you have any other?
Well, as you and I were sitting in our ELA teacher's ELA class, Lyndon, I was comparing you to Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't know if you know who that is, but he raped and murdered, I think, 17 young boys. So, not a flattering comparison, and I'm not sure how it came up, but it led me into a rabbit hole of like the worst serial killers ever. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and there's this one dude. His name is Pedro Lopez. He is a Colombian serial killer and child molester who murdered a minimum of 110 young girls, but claimed to have murdered over 300 people. Now, how long do you think this guy got sentenced to, Lyndon? Like, his prison sentence, how long? Just, like, ballpark.
Like 20 years. No, 15.
Yeah, you're actually...
15.
It is
15 years.
It is 15 years.
What country is this again?
Colombia. I was
Colombia.
doing the math. I can't remember when I was doing the math, but I think it came out to like 50 something days for every person he killed minimum. If you take the like 110 people, right? 110 divided by 15 years, you get for every 7 murders, he serves 1 year. If my math is correct, which it usually isn't. So.
Wait. Okay, wait. How many years do you serve in prison? Wait. No, it says
So
he served 16 years.
16 years, freed after 14.
He was
committed to a mental hospital after 1 for another year. So
okay,
he served
so yeah,
15
yeah,
years
in total. Then, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it says here victims 110 to 350.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. How? What year was this? Do you know?
Well, it says.
Oh, it says he was
there-
apprehended in the 1980s. March 9th,
Yeah.
1980.
But he's very possibly still alive, I think. Born. He's 73 as of right now.
Jesus Christ. How is he? What is wrong with Colombia? Like, what?
How do you get out?
How?
Like, he had a really good lawyer.
Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ. Hired Saul Goodman or something. Jesus.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
That's
Lyndon,
ridiculous.
are there any rabbit holes that you have found yourself falling into as of late?
Not really.
Not particularly.
Not really.
Well, what about you, Logan? Anything of note?
Not particularly. I was just really, I was with you on that whole fucking Pedro Lopez shit.
Yeah, which is crazy. I don't know how that's even possible. It's
Yeah, like,
so,
how... What
so crazy.
What dictates a life sentence of murders here? It has to be like some crazy
Like I think it's 1 murder is equal to a life sentence here. I think.
What dictates a life sentence? Persons convicted of either degree of murder must be sentenced to imprisonment for life. Persons convicted of first-degree murder are not eligible for parole until they have served at least 25 years of their sentence. So they're probably... So, if you murder one person,
you're in jail for life.
In jail for life. But you can get out on parole after 25 years.
After 25 years.
That's...
Which, at that point...
I think that's fair.
I think that's fair. Like, 25 years is a long time.
Yeah.
There's a chance you've been rehabilitated.
But you still need to be punished for
16
that.
years, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's, yeah, like, 110 murders of young women. Like, not just,
Young
like...
girls.
Yeah.
Girls. Like, they were children. They weren't women. They were, like, which isn't any better.
Isn't child murdering, like, isn't that worse?
I don't think it's... I think child molestation is, I think, a larger sentence than rape. I'm not sure. But I don't think you get a longer sentence for murdering children than you do murdering anyone else.
I feel like that would... I feel like you should, honestly. That's...
I feel like they can maybe put more charges on. Like, if you kill a toddler, you can get, like, child abuse and then murder or something.
Yeah,
that's what they do.
So you'll get a longer sentence, but it's not like child murder is its own offense.
Yeah.
I don't think.
The, speaking of murder...
Yeah?
Have the boys seen the crime rate in Calgary, Alberta, Canada?
I believe it is rising.
I've heard of, I was actually talking to my parents about this today. Hasn't there been, like, 2, like, attacks downtown or something?
Oh, Logan, it is so much worse than that.
Okay.
Normally
inform
the
me.
murder rate per year in Canada is 10. It's 10 murders
That's
per
not bad.
year.
That's pretty
No, in
good.
Calgary.
For-
In Calgary.
In Calgary. I was gonna say the whole country. That is amazing.
No.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking good.
In Calgary, 10 murders a year.
That's still not bad. Like,
We've had
it's
10.
not good.
We've had 10 in the last month.
Yeah!
Let's go.
Berta!
Calgary #1. Now the question is, are we beating Thompson?
Yeah, I think so.
Where's
How?
Thompson?
Thompson is the crime capital of Canada. I believe it is in Ontario.
Montario.
Ontario.
Or
Montana,
no,
Ontario
Ottawa.
fused.
Ottawa, no. Oh, not Quebec. I don't know. The one over there.
Not
I
Quebec.
can't seem to. Yes,
If,
but not Quebec.
if I was in Quebec, God, that would be the that would be the crime capital of Canada, I swear.
If
Yeah,
I was
but
in
give
Quebec,
me
I'd
your
wanna be
money.
murdered.
there's been 5, no, I think that's 10 murders since January. There's been 5 or 6 murders since March 20.
Since our glorious mayor has been
No,
elected.
no, since March 28th, there have been 7 murders.
Jesus Christ.
Why so many?
Is it like spread across Calgary? Or is it like a specific place? I feel
Well,
like downtown
one
would
kid
probably
who
be
was
the
16 got killed in Auburn Bay. There's been a few up in the northeast, a few up in the northwest. And downtown had 2.
damn.
Yeah, it says Calgary. I just looked up. Calgary Herald is saying that stop giving me ads. Pop-ups, great. Bullets don't discriminate. Calgary homicides more than double the average of last year this time.
Yeah.
In April, our average is 2 homicides. We're already sitting at 2 after the first weekend. So the first weekend in April, 2 people were killed.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
Just the first weekend.
Yep,
Holy
there's
shit.
been massive drive-by shootings. There's been assaults. There's
Is like gang activity?
Nope.
Just random.
I was speaking of gang activity. I was watching a video where there used to be, it was like a big gang war that was taking place in Calgary around like the before 2010, I think, with 2 different like Hispanic gangs, which was it was just an interesting like video to watch talking about that sort of stuff. Because whenever you think of that sort of thing, at least personally, I'm like, oh yeah, that's happening in like the States, like I don't know, Los Angeles or Detroit or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
Not Calgary. But it is a very aggressive and unhappy city.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely as of recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah, I mean, like I can see it. How many of those were road rage killings?
none of them.
None of them?
None of them?
What? Have you seen how people drive in Calgary? I'd expect it to be like 4 of them.
Yeah, Mitchell probably contributed to at least 3.
I haven't found a few.
Oh.
No, but yeah, there's bad drivers in Calgary.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
bad.
Yes. Yes, there are.
One of the murders was a 16-year-old in Auburn Bay.
Ew, that's sad.
And the guy who killed him, he's now protected under the YCJA. So he'll be imprisoned, but
We won't know who it was.
never
Yeah.
know who it was.
But that means he was killed by another child.
Yep.
Right? So,
Yep. Youth Criminal Justice Act of Canada.
yes.
I hate that stuff.
Well, I mean, it makes sense to an extent, depending on what you're tried for. Like if, I don't know, I get in the, I don't know. Let's say I go speeding, like I'm speeding down Deerfoot, reckless driving or something, and I'm not an adult. I get tried in the Youth Criminal Justice Act. It doesn't ruin my entire life, and that is good. But if I kill someone doing that, then I should be tried as an adult, and it should be on my record, and it should be public. I feel like depending on the charge, that should go away. Like murder, you should be tried as an adult no matter the circumstance. Unless
I just feel
no,
like that's
matter.
an unexcusable
Depending-
unexcusable action.
Yeah,
Like
like
you-
self-defense is different.
Yeah.
But like if he or she, whoever killed this boy, just went out and just like shot them, stabbed them, whatever happened, just because, or like for I don't know, like drugs or gang activity or something. Like either way,
Whatever reason.
it is still inexcusable and it
Yeah.
still shouldn't have happened.
If the guy attacks you first and he dies out of self-defense, then that's something else. But
That is
if
different.
if you kill someone, if you end someone's life, that should be imprisonment, no matter how old
Yeah.
you are. Like if you're 3 or if you're 86, life.
But
Like,
that's the age range of murder.
Yeah.
If you're 87 and kill someone, you didn't do it. It was someone else.
Yeah. Or if you're 2,
Yeah.
not allowed. Well, speaking of killings, it is a killer deal to go to rogueenergy.com.
Oh my god, that was
And-
terrible. No,
No,
no.
no,
Or
we're
you get canceled
we're
for doing
keeping
that.
it. We're keeping it.
It is a killer deal to go to rogueenergy.com and use the code LLMPOD for 10% off of your order. They just have, let me search up to see what new flavor they have come out with. I saw one the other day that I was actually debating ordering. You can actually, if you're not sure what you like, you can go there and actually try for free 3 different flavors, and they'll order it straight to your house. And so here they have their...
The new flavor, Logan, is the sour candy.
Oh,
by the way.
yeah, sour candy, yeah. I know one of their older ones, they have Rogue Energy Strawberry Kiwi. That was my favorite when I had that one.
Strawberry kiwi was really good. I remember I really liked I think pink lemonade is really
Oh,
good,
yeah,
and so
pink
was
lemonade.
watermelon.
Well, they're just like traditional
They're-
flavors. They're just really good.
They're all really good. A while back, we all ordered like a sample kit. We all got shaker kits and everything. It was really good. I
Yeah.
still have the cup today.
Oh, I do too.
Great cup. I use it all the time. I'm actually using it right now. It's filled with some highly delicious water.
No way.
Yeah, but I wish it was Rogue Energy.
If you also want to give, the gift of Rogue Energy, you can buy gift cards for people, and so they can use that to shop on Rogue Energy. And if you really like their stuff, they actually have merch as well. And yeah, their shakers are great quality, and they can hold up to 16 ounces or 25 ounces, whatever you like. And yeah, just great product. So please go to rogueenergy.com and use our code LLMPOD for 10% off of your order. That is LLMPOD. And use that at checkout. And you get that money back. So, yeah. It's pretty
You don't
sweet.
get it back. You save 10%
Yeah,
off.
you save 10%. Well, you get it back in the sense that you pay the whole
And you
amount.
save the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, it helps us out, and you will enjoy it. So
Yes.
yeah, go. I don't know what you're doing. Just do it. Buy it. It's
Yes.
worth it.
It is worth it. And you get literally 3 for free if you go to their website. Like, you can't beat that. It's a nice little...
Yeah, you just pay for
Speaking of
shipping.
beatings.
That's all it is. Oh, speaking of beatings, Lyndon, what do you have?
There was an attempted, there was a car, I just put the article away, let me pull it up in one moment.
Content, you're
Okay, I
so
got it here.
disorganized. Oh my god.
So on Richmond Road, which is a street in Calgary,
Okay.
there was a case of, not road rage. I don't know how to explain it. I'll just give you guys the rundown. So what
Just the
happened was
details.
this girl was driving late at night at approximately 10:15 p.m. 10:15 p.m. So it's dark out in Calgary because, the fucking sun's gone.
We don't have a sun in Calgary.
That happens.
Yeah. So what she was up to, she was being followed by this black SUV. And the black SUV ended up like pulling in front of her and like brake checking her. And then a bunch
Oh.
of guys got out with weapons and started chasing her. So she threw her car into reverse and started
Ran 'em
speeding
over?
backwards. No, speeding backwards, and someone called 911. So the cops arrived on the scene like within like I think 2 minutes. So she got a decent
pretty
hit,
good.
but she ended up totaling her car because these guys essentially chased her so far when she was driving backwards.
Hold on, these guys
That
were on
she-
foot. Is that what you're saying?
These guys were on foot.
So they were just hightailing it after this reversing car.
Well, you can't exactly go super fast in reverse.
Well, why doesn't she just pull a fucking Bond and just 360 that motherfucker and
Well,
just
you
start
see, Logan.
speeding?
Well, you see, Richmond Road isn't very big, and also, who knows how to do that?
I
Hey.
do.
If there are like 10 guys chasing after me with bats, I don't fucking care if I run into a house. I'm getting the fuck out of there.
Well, you see, I don't care how many guys are chasing me. If I'm in a car and they're in front of me, I'm not reversing.
yeah,
shutting them
yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's fair. That
Like, if she's, reversing down the road and they're chasing her in front of the car, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna shift, forward. I'm gonna pin it.
Yeah, just
Like, I
four-wheel
don't care if
drive
they're
that
either out of the way
shit.
or under my car. Like, if you're trying to kill me, I will run you over.
Yeah, if you're.
The reason that she did not run them over is because they had guns.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I mean,
Well, you could
if I'm
duck.
going down, you're going down with me. You know, you know what I'm talking about. You just fucking full like pedal to the metal that shit. Run him over.
Yeah, I mean,
get shot.
That
Okay.
would still be
You get
a
fucking
very
pinned.
scary circumstance, and like sitting here in my house without armed men chasing me. I'm saying like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'd run them
that's
over,
true.
but in reality, I'd
I'd probably do the same.
I just, oh, they're in front of me. Yeah, I'm gonna go the other way.
Yeah, I'd probably try to get out of there as fast as I could. I
You
honestly
just want to
like,
get out.
yeah. But Lyndon, the whole argument like with them having guns, why didn't they just fight if they were gonna their motive was to kill her and she's reversing, why didn't they just shoot her?
I don't know, Logan. I don't. I'm not personally into doing crimes as
Okay, now that's just
they
a lie,
are,
Lyndon.
so I don't know their
That's
thought
just
process.
a lie. That's we all know you're a rascal. You're
You're a bit of a hooligan.
yeah.
But do we know, have these people been apprehended?
It does not say.
Did the girl get away?
She did get away.
Okay.
Yes. The cops arrived on the scene, so I think they might have been apprehended.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's good. Hopefully.
Was there any
That's just
motive
scary.
behind this, or did they just decide, hey, look, there's a girl, let's rock her shit?
Well, I'd imagine.
Well, maybe human trafficking or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say it was probably human trafficking, or maybe they just wanted to rob her.
I don't think it would take
So
10
what
guys
happened
to rob
was,
her.
at the end of it, there were two cars that ended up like coming to help her when because she totaled a car. She ran into a light post,
Yeah.
and two cars like instantly came to help her. So they like surrounded her with their vehicles.
Okay,
And the two
so
guys ended up
other
running
people were
away.
there.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay,
That's
so,
good. At least it wasn't like just her.
yeah.
Yeah. But she doesn't have any idea why she was being targeted.
And that's kind of stupid. Oh, okay. And, like, if it's probably easier to just find someone out walking than, trying to get someone in their car.
Maybe they wanted the car.
Yeah, mate, do you know what kind of
Was it
car
a nice
was?
car?
It was a photo here. It looks like it was a
Ferrari.
Hyundai Elantra hatchback.
But do we have her address? Can we dox her?
No, we do not have her address.
Toyota
Should,
Corolla.
yes. But yeah, that sounds very scary, and I am grateful that didn't happen to me.
I'm grateful she got away.
Yeah, that is
Yikes.
alarming. Especially if there was like no motivation behind it. Like if she
Yeah.
was just driving home like from work or whatever, or going out at night, because it was like 10 o'clock, so probably not from work, maybe out after going out with friends or visiting family or something.
Something like that, yeah.
But that's just scary because there seems to be no reason behind it, just like senseless violence.
Yep.
I don't know. I never understand that shit. Like, why? Like, I honestly don't know what their motives would have been. Like, maybe money, but like, I don't know who. Why would you try to run after someone in a car for like maybe she has like $100 on her at best,
Yeah, right.
and it
Maybe they
takes
had a debit
10
machine,
guys.
Logan.
Yeah, that's true. A debit machine. We like a
Yeah.
credit or debit? Oh, thanks.
Yeah, we're robbing you. Do you have card? You can tap.
Yeah, you can tap.
That works best.
Cash or card.
Cash or credit.
Apple Pay is accepted. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, you
Um,
can do e-transfer.
Speaking
Transfer.
of crime, I guess this is the crime podcast.
Yeah.
Apparently.
There was a stabbing at Nelson Mandela High School.
Is it Nelson Mandela High School? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's in Calgary as well.
It is?
Um,
What?
Yeah, so
I feel like that would be in like Africa. Or, where was he?
No.
What was he the prime minister of or president of? Nelson Mandela?
Yeah.
I don't
It
I
was-
don't know what
Who
country.
who was Nelson Mandela?
He was
I've heard his name
he
so
was
many
a
times.
president of
Yeah,
He was a really big
people thought
activist
he
for black
died in
rights
the
or something.
80s. in prison, but he was actually let out of prison and
Yeah.
then became president of I
Former
think maybe
president of South Africa.
Yeah, yeah,
South Africa. Yeah, and then he
Yeah,
died in
he
2012.
was
That's where
a
like
human rights activist, I think,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, he was.
I've
That's
heard
where,
of him.
like,
I
the-
watched a video on
I,
it.
I think wasn't he fighting for the right for black people to vote or something like that?
Yeah,
And that's why he went
Probably
to
fighting
prison.
for a lot of rights.
Yeah,
he
good on him.
like his death is where the term the Mandela effect
Yeah,
comes from, because a lot of people thought he died in 1980.
But then
now
he actually wasn't dead because he was just in prison. Okay, cool.
No, people thought he died in prison.
Oh, I see.
But what actually happened was he got out of prison, and then was found, and then was
They just
president,
forgot
and
about
he
him.
died in 2012. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It's the weirdest thing, like the Fruit Loops and
he got Adrian
stuff like that.
Tombsed. Showed up in
I
a
don't know
different
who that
universe.
is. Oh, never mind. Yes, I do.
Vulture? Yeah.
Marvel.
We talked
I
about
thought we were
it in the
talking
last
about real
podcast.
people. I was like, Logan,
What do you
So-
mean? He is a real person.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so back to
Adrian Toombs.
back to the stabbing. Apparently, there was just these two kids that were having an altercation. One of them whipped out a knife and just stabbed the other in the stomach.
Jesus. Is he okay or did he die?
No, he's fine now.
Okay.
He was sent to the ICU. Yeah, I think he went to the pediatric wing of one of the hospitals. But
Jesus.
just
How old was the kid?
imagine being in an alter. I think they were both 16.
Yikes.
What's with 16-year-olds in Calgary, like, killing each other?
I don't know.
That's 2 times we've talked about it so far tonight. Well, one person died, one person just only got stabbed.
Yeah. You know, the usual. God. I don't know.
Average Calgarian
Like,
activities.
what the fuck is happening? Why? Where's this come from? I've just had
Yeah,
enough.
like, what's going on with Calgary? Like, we used to be a somewhat happy city.
I saw a great meme, and
words.
and it had to.
Yodi,
It was
gone back.
Calgary is out here with I have to play the song. Give me 1 sec.
He's gonna get us DMCA.
It-
Yep.
I don't care.
Okay.
Understandable.
Where is the song? Oh. Oh yeah.
Am I missing something? What's happening?
Is this just the song from Batman?
That's the song from the Batman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say Calgary's becoming like Gotham.
Yeah, that's the meme. I've seen that meme, like Calgary's out here needing vengeance, and then
Yep.
there's also one other one. It's Calgary is the new city in GTA 6.
GTA 6, Calgary. Yeah, but you have to be able
Yeah.
to drive around freely in GTA, so, you know, Calgary's roads wouldn't work for that.
They just keep getting pinned. Well, sorry.
Yeah, you try and get
Just have
anywhere, you just
NPCs
get, like,
running
6
reds all the
fender
time.
benders.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, you
constant.
you're just driving and an NPC just pulls you out of your car and
Rush hour
shoots you.
traffic on the Deerfoot.
Yeah, the NPCs are your job is to be the good citizen, and the NPCs are all the GTA nut jobs.
You're trying to have a race and then you just end up in rush hour traffic on the Deerfoot.
Lyndon, you did say you have to get off at 12:20. It is 12 or 2:20. It is 2:27, by the way.
Oh,
So
it's 2:27. Okay.
yeah.
No,
So
should
you
we wrap
might
it up
have to,
then?
yeah. Oh, I think Logan and I can continue for
Yeah,
a
we
second
can
longer.
continue. Yeah, just keep that.
But if
Okay.
you have to go, you can do that.
I'm straight dipping.
All right. We will catch you later, Lyndon. Thank you for
Catch you
joining
guys.
us temporarily.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Lyndon. Is he gone?
I don't know.
Y-
He hasn't.
Hello?
He hasn't left the board.
Hello?
There he is. Okay.
Hello?
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right. See you, Lyndon.
You use code LMPod.
Yeah. Use code LLM Pod.
The best.
All right. The best products Rogue Energy has to offer. What next, Logan? Anything else interesting going on? Any sort of?
Well, have you played Elden Ring yet?
I have not.
You need to
I
get
have
on that.
not played Elden Ring.
Elden Ring
I
is
do.
fantastic. It is
And
so good.
I will try it soon in the future. I just haven't really had a whole lot of spare time to
That's fair.
be playing video games because I've been studying for school and stuff.
Try hard. Had it with you.
Ugh, thank you.
Fucking had it. Um,
That's okay.
yeah, Elden Ring is fantastic. I don't like those kind of games, like open world
I
shit,
I I
but
like open world games quite a
well,
lot.
I like open world games, but like I'm not too big into that whole like medieval mythology shit.
Hmm.
I like more
Yeah,
Star Wars kind of stuff, like
more like
sci-fi.
modern age stuff.
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff. But they did a really good job with this one. It's really good,
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
enjoyable.
I've heard really good things about it. I'm gonna try it. I have been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla when I have spare time, which is very infrequently.
Have you finished
But
it?
I have not. I got a little ways into it. Assassin's Creed games are typically very long. Like it
Yeah,
takes a long time to beat them. But Valhalla's been it's been fun. Um, yeah, I like that style of like open world games where you can do whatever you want. Halo Infinite I really enjoyed.
yeah, I need to finish
There
that.
could have been a bit more content to it. Like I feel like the story could have been a little bit longer, and the last boss fight was incredibly boring and so easy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I
like it
remember you
literally
telling me
took
about
me
that.
it took me one try to beat the final boss. So
I heard that
like
Elden
I
Ring's like that too. Like all the bosses are impossible, and then you get to the final boss, and you're like so high leveled, you just like two shot it.
oh that's annoying.
Yeah,
I hate when that happens. But it's not like I was even super high level. It's like the boss is just insanely weak.
yeah.
And like she flies around a little bit and teleports, then she just like stops. And then you can just go up to her and blast her. And every time you hit her, it takes away like a quarter of her health bar.
That sucks.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, you could try a little harder than that, please.
Yeah,
Halo.
I don't like when games do that. Let's just keep it
Oh.
like you want to like you get to that final boss, and it's like it takes
Yeah, I want
you
to
want to like
feel
it feels like you accomplished something, because like you
yeah, I
don't want
want to
to
feel
work so hard to
rewarded
get
after
there.
each boss fight.
Yeah, like having the earlier bosses, like maybe the first boss, like have it be somewhat easy, which they usually are, and then you get to the second one where it's like, oh, okay, this is harder. Like especially in Elden Ring, like the first boss that you do in like the tutorial, it's like two shot, but then you get to the
Yeah.
fucking Margit Fell Omen, and if you're like level 2 or something and you've never played a Souls game before like me, then you're just absolutely fucked.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to do it. And that was the case for a few of the Halo boss or the Infinite bosses. Like there's a few where it did take me a while to beat them, and then others like there was one really cool one where it was a an elite, and he could like turn invisible and stuff.
Yeah.
Had a really cool sword, and you have to use like your you have the sonar ability where it can highlight invisible targets for you. You have to rely on that for the entire boss fight, and it was really cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
'Cause it was a boss fight that came out of nowhere. Like you drop into a building, because there's like some sort of sound coming from it that you have to check out. It's like a tape playing.
Yeah.
But then, as soon as you're in there, there's no door, and then you have to kill this boss, and it's really hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, I remember like in that game you get like the grapple hook or whatever. Like the
Yeah,
fucking really like that. That thing's fun. That really adds an extra level of depth to the Halo games.
yeah, I really enjoyed it because other Halo games. This is like the first open world Halo game, which is nice,
Yeah.
and the grappling hook really increases the mobility of the game. Like you can go literally anywhere, and it's super nice.
That's the thing that I feel like more games need. Like I like fast travel, but
Mhm.
at the same time I kind of wish some games didn't have it, because a lot of the game and a lot of the fun of it is being able to traverse the lands like in those open world games. Like
Yeah, the
Spider-Man.
exploration of it.
Yeah. Like Spider-Man, both the first one and Miles Morales, like there are fast travel options, but I think I only used it like once or twice, because it's you can literally get to wherever you want by swinging, and why would you fast travel if part of the game is literally just swinging around as Spider-Man? So, like,
Yeah, that's what I did as well.
yeah,
I barely fast traveled in the game unless I was like on the top corner of the map and where I had to go was like the bottom
yeah,
corner.
I've done that too.
I'd be yeah, like I'm
Yeah,
not gonna spend half an hour going across the game when I can fast travel.
yeah,
But if it's somewhere relatively close, I will like grappling hook my way over there just because it's fun to use. Like,
yeah,
it's just
exactly.
fun.
Yeah.
So
That's the one thing
it's worth it.
with the Spider-Man games, they were fantastic. I love both the first one and Miles Morales, but I feel like they should have made it harder, because like if you don't like especially with Miles Morales, the first Spider-Man game, like yeah, it was hard, like if you were at a higher difficulty, but once you got used to
Yeah.
the mechanics and everything, it was like, oh, okay, this is fine. And even like the higher difficulties are pretty easy if you know what you're doing in the game. Like I 100%ed both Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales on the highest difficulty, and the final bosses I did it in one go, like almost no deaths. Like the only time that I died
Yeah.
was I take like fall damage accidentally off a building, or if I'm like just kind of chilling there and then I get EMP'd or something.
Yeah, you get caught off guard by
Yeah.
something.
But if you're like actively playing and dodging everything, like it's so easy to dodge stuff with your spider sense, which is nice, and it's such a satisfying game to play. But it's like,
Yeah.
can I have a bit of a challenge at some point? Like the final boss with the Tinkerer and Spider-Man Miles Morales, it was so easy. Like you just deck her like the whole time. She just gets absolutely pummeled. Like just maybe give her something that's hard to get out of, or even like quick time events that are actually difficult to avoid. That's the one thing. Like
Yeah.
yeah, you can spam X or whatever, but you will almost always get out. I've never had a quick time event that I fail. Like make it hard where like you have to spam X and then switch it to Y or then a analog stick or something. So it like takes
Yeah.
some thinking and actual
So you have
skill.
to pay attention to it instead
Yeah.
of just sitting there spamming X.
Yeah. That's one thing I wish they need to do that just so it's a little bit more in depth. Like the Force Unleashed
Yes.
games, there was one level where you had to force in a Star Destroyer and you'd have to change the angle at which you like rotate it and bring it towards you and stuff, and that like actually took thinking and you had to pay attention to what you were doing. And I
Yeah,
got
know
stuck
what's
on
going
that,
on.
but that was one of my favorite levels in that game. It was so good. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because you have to focus on it a bit more.
yeah, exactly.
Which that's always fun. I like having games. It has to be a fine line, like where
Yeah.
you have to think about it.
You
But
just want to sit there
also,
mindlessly doing shit.
yeah, but you have to have it to a point where like, yeah, there's some thought that goes into it. Yeah, you kind of have to try a little bit harder, but you also don't want it to be so hard that like you can't do it,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
and because then you just get like discouraged and you lower the difficulty or whatever.
That's like Elden Ring. There's no difficulty settings in it. You're all on the same difficulty. There's no
Oh, God.
changing if you're either good or not. And that's
You
that's
can
a
either
cool
do
thing.
it or you can't.
The way that you increase or like lower the difficulty is by just playing the game and leveling up. Because you can go in and like you could probably defeat almost all the bosses at like level 1, but it
Well, you
depends.
can fight all the bosses.
You can
at
fight
level
all the bosses at level 1, but unless you're like a hardcore Souls player who's insane, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna travel around the map and look for things. Like I went and got this sword called the Sword of Heart and Flame or something like that, and it's like it's literally called easy mode in Elden Ring because it's like this magic sword that's just OP, and it's awesome. I love it. So I've just been
Yes.
using that. But even like I'm getting to the point where I can't even use that. Like some bosses, unless you're like a higher level and you can actually deal a significant amount of damage, it's not good. So it's really balanced like that.
Yeah, or you have to,
You actually have to
like, beat
try.
the game.
Yeah,
you have
put
to
some-
try and get better at the game.
There's so many different strategies. Like you can either be like a magic build or like a big behemoth or like use swords and shields and shit like that. So there's
Cool.
so many different ways you can play the game in a different order. It's just such a good game all around.
Yeah, I'm
More
excited
games
for
need
it.
to be like that.
I will play it eventually.
Yeah.
More games need to be like Fortnite. That's what I need.
Oh, Fortnite. Fortnite needs to like be good. 'Cause like when
Does.
Fortnite is good, I love it. It is so good. It's such a good game. But like when it's like how it is, like right now it's all right. I've played it a couple times. It
Yeah.
was fun. The no building, I didn't like it at first, but now that they have it like an option, I honestly choose the no building more than the building, just because I just think it's cooler and requires more skill than 90ing on kids.
Yeah.
But like yeah, they need to do something. They're appealing to kids and it like as they should, honestly. That's where their main demographic
But
is.
yeah, they are a kid's game,
Yeah.
so I get it.
But it's like I miss old Fortnite where like there's like 3 weapons and it was like
Yeah. Like season
yeah.
like before they went into like season 2 or like not season 2 or whatever it was called.
Season 2 was
yeah,
great.
chapter
Chapter 2.
2.
Before Chapter 2
Chapter-
it was
that's what I mean.
fantastic. Season 8
Yeah.
was pretty bad. But like even season 9 and 10 were good. Season 6 it kind of started to die out a bit. But still, it was
Yeah.
fun throughout that
Like,
entire
season 4
first
was really
chapter.
good. Season 5 was
Oh
really
yeah,
good.
season
But
4
the
was
the first
great.
chapter of Fortnite was really good. When they had the Midas and all those heroes in there, that was really fun.
Oh yeah.
Um, but then they kind of went downhill after they flooded the entire map with water.
Yeah, that was retarded. I don't know why they did that. That was just so dumb.
That kind of killed it.
Yeah.
I think they like have a game at Epic Games where they're like, okay, how badly can we kill the game and then bring it back?
Well, that's the thing. Like when they were on top, they literally had a monopoly, so they could do whatever the fuck they wanted. They
Yeah.
did so many stupid decisions, like they'd either vault weapons or bring in weapons, and then the community would hate it, but they'd just keep it in, or even buff it more, like the drum gun. They brought that thing in, which a lot of kids loved, but the community as a whole hated that thing, just because it was so fucking annoying to get just drum gunned constantly. If you had it, yeah, it was nice, but if you didn't, you get absolutely fucked. And with the mechs in season 9 or whatever that was, like
Yeah, but those
that,
were funny.
they were pretty funny, but it ultimately kind of killed the game for me because it would just like, okay, yeah, you have a mech, all right, you win. I didn't get a mech off spawn, so I guess I lose.
Yeah, now I lose these next
Yeah.
like 10 fights because I don't have a mech.
Exactly. It's so annoying. Even with season 6, when they brought in the zombies, you'd be in endgame like fighting two people, and then your entire base would just get fucked over because zombies would
all
just
of a
start
sudden you'd
fighting
be
it.
dead.
And then the
'Cause
other guy would win by default. It's like, okay,
Yeah, because you'd take fall damage from the zombies or something.
yeah. It's like, oh, okay. Sounds good. I didn't like that. They should have, like, with any of that stuff, they should make it an option. They shouldn't force it onto the players. If people
And
like
they seem to
old
be
Fortnite,
doing that now.
yeah, that's what I like about the whole no build. Like, if they had it like that for a bit, just so that people get used to it, but now building is back, and no building is still there, so it was a good idea on their end.
Yeah, I think they've done a good job with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was a very popular game. Like, it
Oh, yeah.
changed gaming.
Oh yeah.
With how just insanely popular it was.
Yeah, gaming just has not been the same since, well, like with Apex Legends came out, and well, PUBG
Yeah.
is kind of, I think PUBG came out before.
Oh, well, yeah. There's always been battle royales, but
Yeah.
Fortnite definitely popularized that style
Oh
of
yeah,
game.
definitely. Well, like even Battlefield 5, I'm pretty sure they had their own battle royale, and then there was Warzone.
Call of Duty made it.
Yeah, Black Ops 4 had it, and then Warzone had it. So it's crazy. Just a bunch of people. Like, I like battle royale games, but to an extent they just get boring. It's like, okay, I get to just walk around the map waiting for someone to come and fight me. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather just go into like a team deathmatch or something and get right into the action.
Yeah. And there's only so many like battle royale games you can play at one time. Like,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not going to be actively playing Fortnite, Apex, Warzone, PUBG
Yeah,
all
you'd
at the
be-
same time because
you'd be
you're
invested in
literally
one.
playing the same game
Yeah.
over and over again with different guns. Like, it's
They do
it's
try
pretty
to
much the
mix
same.
it up, like Apex first person,
Yeah.
and it's like Titanfall, and with the different classes. I like the class kind of system they have going on.
I
That's
really like
unique.
Apex.
Yeah, Apex is good,
I like Apex,
but yeah, I don't know.
like they're all basically the same. Like, you could pretty much take like a really good Fortnite player and throw them into Apex Legends, and after like a day they'd be really good at it
Yeah.
because it's
We just got to get used to the mechanics of the game. They're all
Yeah.
pretty much the same, but like Apex has sliding, or I guess Fortnite does now too. But Apex had
Yeah.
like no fall damage and like with
lots more
Pathfi-
mobility in it.
Yeah, like Pathfinder and his grapple hook and shit. There's just a lot more you
Yeah.
can do in it.
Yeah. Should we wrap? We've been going for a little while.
Yeah, we could probably wrap. I don't see why not.
Okay. I don't see why not. Lyndon is gone, so we might as well.
Yeah, well, if you
Uh,
guys enjoyed this episode of the podcast, please follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google, or YouTube, whatever audio platform you're listening to this on. Please use our code LLMPOD at checkout at rogueenergy.com. That is LLMPOD. That'll give you 10% off your order. You can also get free samples to see if you like it. So, yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
And please check out Mitchell's channel, Aspire Aquariums. He has some epic
Yes.
fish videos. And
That's
I
me.
am at Logan Eldon on YouTube as well. I do some tech reviews and other gaming shit. So I just posted a video on my setup if you want to see that, interested in that. And yeah, Lyndon is
Just
yeah,
Lyndon.
he's Lyndon.
Yeah. Check us out on Instagram and TikTok as well at
Yes.
the LLM podcast or LLM pod. I think it's LLM podcast.
Yeah,
Just
I'm pretty sure it
look
is.
it up. It's the same profile picture as what is on whatever platform you are listening on, and
Yeah.
I will start posting on there shortly. Yeah, that is it. That is it for the third episode of the LLM podcast,
Yeah,
and we will see you guys in the next episode.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.